I want to show you what I got at the library yesterday. Since my language school is on summer break right now, I wanted to make sure that I'm keeping my Danish studies going by getting some books in Danish. You want to come up? Okay. Will I ever be able to sit without a dog on my lap? It's just not going to happen. But I got 3 books that are a little bit above my level, at least one of them is, because I want to push myself and challenge myself. And if you've been following my language journey, you know that I've started picking up some Danish books, and I have one novel in particular that's like a young adult novel that I've been slowly working through, and I'm still working through it, but it's just taking forever. And I think one of the main reasons is because I'm not familiar with the story. But a couple of you suggested that I try reading a book that I'm already familiar with in Danish, and I thought that was an excellent idea. So I picked up a couple of books that I have read before in English, but now I have the Danish version, and then one new book that I think is at my exact level of reading comprehension, which, if I were to put an age to it, would be about age 11 to 12 in Danish. Not even close to an adult level yet, but I'm gonna get there. But since this new story is at a level that I can understand, I think I'll be able to enjoy reading the story and be able to get through it pretty quickly. So the new book is Rådløs, and forgive my pronunciation of any word that starts with an R. I'm still working on the guttural R sound. It will come with time. It translates to rootless. And honestly, I just picked this one up because I liked the cover. It just looked really interesting. And then I read on the back that it's a series for tweens. And already flipping through the pages, I know most of these words. So I think it'll be really fun to see if I can get through this one without having to translate anything. The second book is one I am so excited about. Again, you all give me great suggestions. And one of you suggested that I try reading graphic novels. This book is from one of my favorite children's series ever. I read this series every single year, except for this past year because all of my books are still in the US. My mom's holding on to them for me until I go back and I can bring them over. I have so many books that it's honestly gonna take like 3 suitcases to bring them all here. So in the meantime, I can read all my favorite books in Danish. So it's actually kind of a good thing that I don't have access to them because I want to focus on reading in the new language that I am learning. Anna fra Grønne Bakken, which is the Danish version of Anne of Green Gables. I can't even begin to tell you how excited I was to find this. Didn't even search for it. It was just on a display and I snatched it up. And it's a graphic novel, so really short dialogue with pictures, which is perfect for someone learning a new language because the illustrations can help you to remember the words that you're learning. The version of Anne of Green Gables that I grew up reading has no illustrations except on the front cover. And so now I get to enjoy this artist's interpretation of the scenes while also learning Danish. This is just perfect. Finally, grand finale, my favorite children's series in the entire world. I now have, in Danish, Harry Potter. Yes, I am one of those millennials that is obsessed with Harry Potter. I watch the movies every year, started reading Harry Potter when I was about 9 years old, so long history with Harry Potter. And now I am reading Harry Potter in Danish. This is the first book, Harry Potter og De Vises Sten, which translates to Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. I already started this one. I'm almost done with chapter 1, and I've only had it for a day. So I've been devouring this book in my spare time. And one thing that strikes me about reading this book in Danish versus in English is that the words don't lose their power for me. I'm still enjoying the beauty of the writing and how the story is set up, and I still feel like I'm getting that same fulfillment from reading it like I am with the English version. Now, of course, this one's taking me a lot longer to read because it's a little bit more advanced than my reading level. But what I've been doing is challenging myself to read each paragraph before I translate any of the words. And more times than not, I realize once I get to the end of the paragraph that the words I was confused about before make sense. Partially because I know the story so well, I know it by heart, but also because of the context. And every now and then I will still look up the translation just to make sure that I'm correct. And usually my understanding is correct. That's been really cool. Another cool thing is that this version has these beautiful illustrations. And like I said, for me, learning a new language, the pictures really help. When I encounter a word that I learned from this book out in the wild, if I see a word like in an ad or I hear it while watching a show, I remember, oh yeah, I was confused about that word on the page where Hagrid's on his motorcycle. What were they talking about? Oh yeah, they were talking about this. This is what the word means. So these pictures have been an incredible tool. So yeah, these are what I got from the library. Now I've been living in Copenhagen for almost a year, and my first visit to any library here was yesterday. And the reason for that is because I didn't want to check out books until I got through a few books that I've purchased. And I have a lot of books I've been purchasing through the Kindle app. And the library has always been a slippery slope for me. I am crazy about reading. I always have been. I used to go to the bookstore on my birthday. My mom used to take my brother and I to the library every single week, and we would check out upwards of 20 books per trip. And we would devour those books every week. And I just have the best memories of being a child and going to the library and getting armfuls of books and coming home and feeling like I had all these different worlds to enter. Like, I don't know about you, but when I pick up a book, it's like I'm opening the door to a whole new universe and I'm just escaping the world for a moment. And this past trip to the library just brought all of those childhood memories of being so excited about having all these new doorways to different worlds. And it also made me feel more at home in this city. The fact that there's a place that exists here where I can go and feel nostalgic. I didn't grow up here, but going to the library even here made me feel that same rush of excitement that I felt as a child. I can't even begin to tell you how amazing it feels to have that feeling in a city, in a country that I didn't grow up in. You wanna go down? So yeah, I honestly have quite a bit of work to do, but I'm gonna procrastinate just a little bit so that I can finish the first chapter of Harry Potter because I'm just having so much fun with it. So I'm gonna do that, and then I am actually going out tonight because it is my husband and I's 2-year wedding anniversary. He surprised me with reservations to a restaurant I've been wanting to try. So I'm looking forward to celebrating that milestone with him.